Hi Aquarius, welcome to February 2018 and happy birthday! Woohoo! It's your time to shine and the spotlight is on you. Now things are moving at lightning speed here in February for you, but what's gone is there's no inner struggle. The inner struggle, the inner conflict is gone and you are breaking through barriers at the speed of light, and that is exciting. Now, on the 6th of February, Venus will sextile Uranus, and that is a wonderful time for you to meet someone new, or someone new could be introduced to you, or you could be doing something new and exciting that you enjoy, and it's adding adventure and fun into your life, and go for it. So if you have friends that are unusual, fun, and exciting, or you meet someone new who's unusual, fun, and exciting, go for it. It's an awesome time for you. Now, of course, here we are in February, and we're in eclipse season. The total lunar eclipse in Leo was on the 31st, and that was in the area of relationships for you. So for some of you, you may have been completing a relationship or finishing a relationship. Full moons bring things to completions, and eclipses begin and complete things as well. So if you find that you've moved on from a situation or you've moved on from a relationship by the end of January going into February, all appropriate. We want to let go of what no longer serves so that you're creating the space for someone amazing and awesome to come into your life, or better situation, or better friends, and so on. And the Aquarius solar eclipse is on the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. So you have happy birthday, you have happy Valentine's Day, and we have the Aquarius solar eclipse. Now this is one interesting eclipse. It is sextile the ruling planet Aquarius, Uranus, and Uranus is sextile the sun, sextile the moon, sextile Mercury, and sextile the asteroid Juno. And this can be where surprising news is brought to your attention. Something that could be very exciting and interesting is brought to light with you. You could be having very interesting conversations with people at the time of the eclipse here in February. And that's exciting too. Now, Jupiter in Scorpio is challenging the solar eclipse. He is challenging the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Juno. Juno is an asteroid. In mythology, Juno is the wife of Jupiter. And so with them challenging each other at the time of the Aquarius solar eclipse, there could be some, challenges with relationship. And, you just had the eclipse in the area of relationship. And so how the story goes is Juno was the disgruntled wife because Jupiter, Zeus, was out having affairs with a lot of women and having children with them. But she wouldn't divorce him. So she is the female that stays married even though her partner is unfaithful, but she makes him pay. And she makes everyone around her pay. So there is some of that energy here where there can be, some folks acting out, in discord, or I've been betrayed, and energy happening, drama. And I'm sure we'll hear it in the headlines or see it in the news of people, breaking up over infidelity, or, challenging each other because of unfaithfulness in the relationship. And so it's really spicy. It's quite the spicy month. Hope you like spices. And so, communication is always the solution to situations, but also keeping agreements. You know, it doesn't matter what the agreement is, but it matters that we keep our agreements with people. We keep our vows. We keep our intentions with what we've committed ourselves with too. So it will be interesting. Now, Saturn does sextile Venus during this eclipse, which can empower you to not get caught up in the drama, not get caught up in other people's stories, and to stay, you know, focused on all the great things that are happening with you, because you are having amazing breakthroughs this month. And you're just breathing this sigh of relief here in February. And that feels really good. And so you're feeling good. And, you know, these things need to come out. And eclipses absolutely reveal things that have been hidden. And, you know, full moons bring things to light. And then a new moon can bring things to light. And you have Uranus involved with it. And Uranus is expect the unexpected. And so, you know, you could be hearing about situations going on with either people you're working with or people you know. And it will be startling, like, I never knew that that was going on. Oh my goodness. And that could be going on as well. It's a wonderful energy if you're focusing it into some project or business expansion. And, you know, Saturn and Uranus are in positive energy flow. And they will be in positive energy flow for most of this year. They are your ruling planets. And they are going to be harmonizing through September of this year. And that's good news. And that means whatever you're building, it can be incredibly successful. It can last for years to come. And that is a very upbeat, supportive, foundational energy. So it's not just feel-good energy, but it's an energy that builds. And it builds, and it's like building a strong foundation. When you have a strong foundation, anything you put on top can survive because the foundation is so strong. And with Saturn and Uranus in harmony like this, whatever you're building, it can last for a really long time. And that's exciting too. And Jupiter is still sextile Pluto. And that energy is on in here too. At the time of the eclipse. And that energy is going to be around, it's on all of February, until September as well. It goes exact again in April and then September. And so you've got that positive energy working for you too. So there's a lot of supportive energy in here that is amazing and awesome. But there are some, you know, things that are happening too. Now, another thing that's going on here is we've got this Piscean effect all month, because Venus enters Pisces on the 10th, and then Mars squares off with Neptune on the 17th. And this energy is going to be hanging around for, you know, most of the month, but the challenging time of navigating it is the 4th through the 17th. But then it gets really favorable by the end of the month and through March 17th. And that's good news. Now, you have Valentine's Day on the 14th. You have the Aquarius solar eclipse on the 15th, which kicks off the Chinese Lunar New Year on the 16th, which happens to be the year of the dog. I'm a dog in Chinese astrology, and if you want to know what animal you are and what kind of year you're going to have based on the year of the dog, just Google Chinese Lunar New Year. A million websites will come up. Pick one of them, go there, and they'll have a diagram showing you what animal you are based on the year you're born. So anyone born this year, up until March of next year, they're being born in the year of the dog. Dogs are loyal. Dogs are compassionate and generous and pure positive energy if they're treated well. So being loyal is going to pay off this year. Being generous will pay off this year. And that's an interesting thing too, because here we are the year of the dog, and yet at the eclipse we have Juno and Jupiter arguing about not being loyal. And so it's a very interesting dynamic happening. So I think that's going to be a theme in here too with some folks, is really who's being loyal. And that's not just partnership, romantic, that's business partnership, that's friendship, you know. And so this is an interesting time to see how things are going to play out in here. And then you've got this Piscean energy going on, which is very spiritual and very dreamy. And Mars is going to square off with Neptune on the 17th, the same day Mercury enters Pisces on the 17th. And that can be challenging. You know, you definitely want to pay attention to money going out or expenses this month, because you do have Neptune in that area of your personal earning income, your money and your resources and your investments, and things can just disappear with Neptune. And if you're feeling tired on the 17th, it's because Mars is being washed over by Neptune, and whatever Neptune touches, it takes the energy out of it, and so you can be tired, but it'll pass real quick. Now the Sun enters Pisces on the 18th, and then Venus merges with Neptune on the 21st, and that's a day too. On the one hand, it could be you know, an incredibly romantic day or a spiritual day. It could be you know, where you have that, you know, you meet someone and you feel that spiritual soul connection to them. It can also be fabulous for your creativity, where you're just being totally in your talent, and you're using that talent and creativity to create something amazing, and that's awesome for using it that way. You do want to watch out, you know, if you're spending money on something at that time. Make sure you do your homework if you're investing in Bitcoin or all these other, you know, things out there that oh, invest in this. You know, make sure you do your homework, because, or just stay away from the 21st. Wait until about the 28th if you're going to do any kind of investing, because that is a much clearer time. Because see, Mercury has to merge with Neptune on the 25th, and that's all happening in your money house, and you don't want to be mixing Neptune with investments, because nothing is as it seems when we deal with Neptune, which is all about creativity, not about accounting or investing. It's not, investments should not be emotional. Investments should not be anything that has to do with gambling. It should be about reason and facts and judgment, sound reasoning, sound judgment, and doing your homework. When you do your homework, then you have the reason why it's a good investment, or why it's a good place for you to camp your money, but not during the 21st or the 25th, or even through the wait until, like, you know, the 28th. I like for you before you, and in March, because from, you know, about the 27th on through March 17th, all the planets start to harmonize, and so we don't have this washing over effect with Neptune, and you can make really good sound investments when you know what's really going on and what the full picture is, what the full portfolio is, and then you can, okay, this is why I want to invest in this, or this is why I want to put my money over here. This is a good place to do this. And so take your time with that. Even if something looks really good, it'll still look good on the 28th and in March. Now, the Sun will sextile Saturn on the 25th. That will help to stabilize things. That will help to calm things down and have more insight. And then Mercury sextiles Pluto on the 28th, which is excellent. That's when clarity returns, where you can actually know the full story and have the full picture of what is absolutely happening and what is best for you. Maybe fine for other people, but what is best for you? And that is what's really important. And being able to have the clarity returns about the 25th on, and the 26th, the 27th, and going into March, because February is a short month. And, you know, going into March, and then you'll have a really strong, clarifying picture of what the heck is really going on out there, and what's real, what's just hype. You know, what's real or what's phony. You'll know when Mercury sextiles Pluto. And you'll know what to do, too. And you'll be glad you waited. You'll be glad. You'll be like, oh, I'm so glad I waited. Took my time, did more homework. Yeah. Because you got so much to look forward to in here. And so for those of you open for love and wanting love, this is a time where you could meet someone new, who's exciting, who's bringing that sense of fun and an adventure into your life, and you're just having a good time. And go for it. Why not? It is a wonderful time for you. And you know, here is your new moon. It's time to set your intention for what you want to create in this new solar year. You won't have another new moon in your sign until 2019. So it is all about you, and you know, how you're loving on you, how you're taking care of you, new starts, new beginnings, and things are just moving forward for you in a beautiful way. And, you know, money will be good as long as you are doing your homework and not getting caught up in any kind of, you know, risk-taking hype out there that's drawing you in. You know, Neptune casts spells, you know, and it can be like, oh, you know, I'll just invest in Bitcoin and then I'll be a millionaire. Maybe, or you could lose it all. And so don't play around with your money here in February. Career is awesome. You've got Jupiter in that area of your career until, even when it moves into Sagittarius, it's just going to keep going. You won't even feel a pullback until it gets to Capricorn, which is in 2 years. So Jupiter is working overtime to expand your presence in the world, to expand your business in the world, to move you up in the world. This is the time to go for it, Aquarius. This is the time to go after the gold medal, to go for that brass ring. It is the time to shoot for the stars. What's that saying? Aim for the stars, you'll land among the stars. Shoot for the stars. And expand what you're doing. Go after the new and the exciting and the adventurous. And you're going to notice that things are just moving through and moving fast. And you're moving up. You could get a promotion. You could, start that new business and it really takes off. A new project, new website, something that you're doing that uses technology, is online, that is incredibly fun and exciting and moving you up in the world and making you more prosperous. Spiritually, make sure you're taking time for yourself and having fun and going outside, shutting off the electronics, getting out into nature so you can hear the voice of God within you. You can hear your mighty I am presence, that inner being, talk to you and make good choices, make sound decisions. Very important. Health. How is your health? Now, if you start to feel tired around the 17th or up until your birthday, that's okay, because the energy will return, by, right after the eclipse. And I would say, by the end of the month, you're going to be just roaring. You're going to be moving at lightning speed and, with no inner conflict. You're breaking through barriers this month. You are moving up in what you're doing. The stars are aligning for you. It's a breakthrough month. And you're just breathing a sigh of relief in here, like, ah, I did it. I made it. Yeah. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing, and Google Plusing my videos. Aquarius, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your astrology, it's very easy. The links are below in the Show More section. Or if you're interested in coaching, those links are in the Show More section. They're also up in the cards. So until next time, Aquarius, happy, amazing birthday! Yeah!